What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to Fresh Comic Stories. Guys, this is the channel where we basically sit down and do different kinds of comic book stories. Now guys, today we are going to continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now today guys, we are going to pick up with Ultimate Spider-Man. In today's storyline, we're going to pick up with Peter Parker going to Hollywood. Now guys, Peter Parker is not going to Hollywood to be in a movie. He got word that apparently people are making a movie about him. And so guys, Peter Parker is going the big time in this storyline right here. But the thing is though guys, this storyline is very important because guys, we do see the return of one of Peter Parker's most famous supervillains in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now guys, I do hope you enjoy this video. Now guys, to begin our story, we do pick up with Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, and also Aunt May. Now guys, at this part of the storyline right here, this is Brian Michael Bendis kind of removing Aunt May from the storyline. And what I mean is that you do have Aunt May tell Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy that she is going to be out of state for about a week because she is going down to Florida to visit her mother. Now the thing is though guys, again, this is Brian Michael Bendis kind of removing Aunt May from this storyline so that his story can make more sense as he's telling it to us, the readers. Now you do have Peter Parker kind of go back inside his house, and he does sit down and he starts to eat a bowl of cereal. Now the thing is though guys, while he's eating this bowl of cereal, he kind of reflects on life. And what I mean is that guys, Peter Parker has been Spider-Man for a few months in the Ultimate Universe. Even though guys, we're on issue number 54, it has only been a few months. And so you do have Peter Parker kind of tell himself, maybe I should take a week off. You know, I've been Spider-Man non-stop. Maybe I should sit down, take a week off, spend time with Gwen, you know, get some things done around the house, and possibly hang out with Mary Jane once she's off being grounded. Now, the thing is though guys, you do have Peter Parker kind of say, you know what, I'm gonna take Mary Jane to the movies. Now, as soon as he says the movies, out of nowhere, you do have the news report that apparently Hollywood is going to be filming in New York for the new Spider-Man movie. And so guys, Peter Parker just got word that basically somebody is doing a movie on himself. And Peter's kind of like, they did not ask me if they can make a movie about me. Like, I have no idea how I should feel about this. Now, we do jump over to the Raft. Now guys, the Raft is basically this maximum security prison for like the worst super villains. And thing is though guys, in this prison right now is of course Doc Ock. Now guys, we just saw Doc Ock back in the Ultimate 6 video. And so guys, even though Brian Michael Bendis wrote that story right there, he wants to bring Doc Ock right back into this storyline right here. Now the thing is though guys, you do have Doc Ock in his prison cell right now, just sad about his life. He's just moping in his prison cell. Now you do have a police officer or security guard, walk up to Doc Ock and tell him that basically they're making a movie about Spider-Man, and the bad guy in his movie is going to be Doc Ock. And so you have this officer tell Doc Ock, your ex-wife is helping out with this movie. She's basically telling a story about how bad a person you are. How do you feel about that? Your ex-wife is helping out Hollywood to make a movie about how bad of a person you are. Now we do jump back over to Midtown High. Now guys, Midtown High, this part of the storyline right here is really a minor part of the storyline, but also guys, I do find this part kind of fun to read about, because what I mean though guys, you do have Peter Parker, Mary Jane, Flash Thompson, Liz Allen, and Kong talking about going to the set of the Spider-Man movie. The thing is though, guys, the reason why they're talking about this is because Kong wants to try out for the movie as an extra. And so you do have Kong kind of as his classmates, they should go with them, and they all say no. Now again, guys, this is a minor part of the storyline. I just like the fact that Kong is trying to be in a Spider-Man movie. Now, we do jump back over to the raft. And the thing is though, guys, we do pick up with two random scientists right now walking through the raft. The thing is though, they hear some noise coming from one of the lockers. And the thing is though, guys, you do have one of the scientists open up the locker, and inside that locker was the arms of Doc Ock. Now guys, remember, the arms of Doc Ock, they are not permanently attached to him no longer in the Ultimate Universe. And the thing is though, guys, he is able to control these arms with his mind. And so you have Doc Ock use his mind control on the mechanical arms to kill off the scientists and then go on a rampage throughout the raft maximum prison to just break him out of prison. And so guys, Doc Ock is now out of prison. He was able to break out of the raft, and now he's going back to New York for one mission only. Now guys, we do pick up a few hours after Doc Ock has broken out of prison. And the thing is though, guys, we do pick up with Doc Ock right now just going to a random house. Now the reason why he is going to this random house is because he's just looking for a place to stay. And so of course, he does knock on the front door. Someone does answer the front door, and he does kill that innocent man because again, he is looking for somewhere to stay. Now the thing is though, guys, after he had killed the man and basically has taken over the house, you do have Doc Ock kind of watch TV. And the thing is though, guys, he does start to talk to his arms as like they are actually speaking to him. And the thing is though, guys, he does tell himself in the arms that he has to play this correctly because right now he knows Shield will be looking after Peter Parker and his ex-wife. And so Doc Ock says, I cannot go after my ex-wife nor Peter Parker because if I do, Shield will be right there waiting for me. So we have to play this safe. I need to stay hidden for just a tad bit longer, and then when the time is right, I will attack Peter Parker. Now the thing is though, guys, while he's watching TV, he does see his wife on TV basically just trash talking about him, just calling him a weak man, calling him a bad person, just calling him different kinds of names. And of course, that does tick off Doc Ock, and it does change his whole game plan. Now, we do jump over to Kong. I can't talk, sorry guys. And the thing is though, guys, Kong was basically just trying out for a one-line person. Basically be the one person in the movie who says, hey, look in the sky, it's Spider-Man. Now, of course, Kong does get the part. He does become an extra in the movie. And since he does get the spot, he's so excited. The next day at Midtown High, he tells all his friends, Peter Parker, Mary Jane, Liz Allen, Flash Thompson, and of course, Gwen Stacy. Now guys, this is where Gwen Stacy just basically has a breakdown. And what I mean is that, guys, remember, back in like volume 4 or 5, I want to say, Gwen Stacy's father died by the hand of a fake Spider-Man. But the thing is though, guys, till this day, she still believes that Spider-Man is the person who killed her father. And so when she heard that basically Hollywood is making a movie over Spider-Man, she's kind of like, great, they're making a movie over somebody who killed my father. And so she does have like a mental breakdown in the middle of school, and she just runs off angrily because of course the whole world is praising Spider-Man, but that man is the one who killed her father. Now, we do jump back over to the set of the Spider-Man movie. And the thing is though, guys, you do have Peter Parker kind of chilling there watching everybody kind of work on the movie about him and everything. The thing is though, guys, while he's watching the set basically do their thing to make this movie, out of nowhere, cars just start flying all over the place. Explosions happen all over the place. And it's kind of like, what in the world is going on? And that is when Peter Parker realized that Doc Ock is back in New York. And the only thing is though, guys, Doc Ock was not planning to come after Peter Parker. He was planning to go after his ex-wife because she just trash talked him on live TV. But of course, since Peter Parker was there as Spider-Man, just watching this movie be made about him, he's kind of like, it's time for me to move in and fight against Doc Ock once again. And so now, guys, we have Doc Ock fighting against Peter Parker once again. Now, guys, when it comes to Ultimate Spider-Man Chapter 3 of Hollywood, guys, you do have Brian Michael Bendis kind of use this book as a way to show us that Peter Parker still has to learn how to be a superhero. And what I mean is that, guys, Peter Parker has been Spider-Man for a few months. But the thing is though, guys, he still struggles fighting against super villains. And the thing is though, guys, this is not his first time fighting against Doc Ock, nor his second. This is his third time fighting against Doc Ock. But the thing is though, guys, Peter Parker is still like basically a brand new hero. Like, he's still learning the ropes. And so when it comes to fighting against Doc Ock is kicking his butt. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Doc Ock is throwing Peter Parker around like he's just a fly in his way. Like, Doc Ock is just smacking Peter Parker down. Now, we do jump over to the home of the Parkers. And thing is though, guys, you do have Mary Jane stop by there because she just got told that her father has been kicked out of her house and she is no longer grounded. Now, thing is though, guys, she wants to celebrate with her boyfriend, Peter Parker. And so she does go over to the home of the Parkers to see if her boyfriend is there. When she gets there, she only sees Gwen Stacy. Now, you do have Gwen Stacy kind of tell her, hey, listen, Peter is not here. Matter of fact, he has not been home all day. Now, Gwen does turn the TV on, and as soon as Gwen turns the TV on, the news is reporting that Peter Parker is fighting against Doc Ock. And so you have Mary Jane kind of freak out because she knows that when it comes to Peter Parker's rogue gallery in the Ultimate Universe, almost every single villain is a huge threat. And she knows Norman Osborn and also Doc Ock are two of his biggest threats. And so she's kind of like, oh crap, Doc Ock is back. That's not good at all. Oh my God, I have to go find my boyfriend. Now, you do have Peter Parker and Doc Ock continue their fight. The thing is though, guys, Doc Ock does knock out Peter Parker. Just like that. He knocks him out and it's kind of like, dang. Peter Parker was once defeated by Doc Ock. The thing is though, guys, as soon as Peter Parker wakes up, he's tied to a chair. And the thing is though, guys, when Peter Parker looks outside the window, he realized that he is on a plane flying somewhere. Where to? That location is unknown to us right now. Now, you do have Peter Parker kind of yell out for, anybody in the plane to help him out. Because the thing is though, guys, he woke up bound to a chair and now he's in the middle of a plane right now flying mid-air. And so you do have Peter Parker kind of yell out for help, but of course, Doc Ock is the one who walks in. Now, with Doc Ock walking in, you kind of have Doc Ock just take off his mask. Because, guys, remember, when it comes to the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, almost everybody who has fought against Peter Parker knows that he is Spider-Man. Now, the thing is, though, guys, you do have Doc Ock kind of sitting down with Peter Parker, kind of like, listen, I'm tired of you. Like, literally, I'm tired of you. A whole city praises you like you're their best hero of all time. And the thing is, though, you made me look like a madman, a mad scientist. Now, guys, we know that Doc Ock is a mad scientist. But for Doc Ock, he's kind of like, you have screwed up my life so much, it's not even funny anymore. And so Doc Ock is more pissed at Peter Parker than at anyone else. And so you do have Doc Ock kind of yell at Peter Parker about basically always being in his way. And so you do have Peter Parker get beat up on by Doc Ock. Like Doc Ock just starts punching Peter Parker with his mechanical arms as a way to kind of get payback towards Peter Parker. Matter of fact, guys, Doc Ock pulls a tooth out. This man literally pulls a tooth out of Peter Parker's mouth. Now it's a loose tooth, but still, this man pulled a whole tooth out. It's like, bruh, you are that rough with a man. Anyways, so you do have Doc Ock kind of leave Peter Parker there and go back up front because the pilot says, hey man, listen, they got word about us trying to land. And so you do have Doc Ock ask the pilot, what do you mean? He said, listen man, in these days, you just can't take a plane and fly off where you want to. There has to be a ton of paperwork. And right now, this airlines, they do not have us on their paper right now to land here at this current time. We're like 2-3 hours early. And so I'm making up lies on why in the world we are here. And so hopefully it will work. Now the thing is though, guys, of course, you do have the airlines or the airport tell the pilot, listen man, you can go ahead and land your plane. You're free to land at like lane 7, whatever. And so of course, the pilot's all like, I will land there. The thing is though, as soon as they got word to take landing at this one area of the airport, out of nowhere, the door to the airplane gets opened up, and we all come to find out that Peter Parker was able to escape from the bound chair, open up the door to the plane, and somehow escape. Now, the thing is though, guys, we don't get to see Doc Ock and Peter Parker fight on the plane or possibly fight mid-air on the way down. Instead, we jump over to Gwen Stacy. And the thing is though, guys, we come to find out Gwen Stacy's kind of upset still about the fact that they're making a movie over Spider-Man. And so she's upset about that right there, but also because Peter's not home, Aunt May's not home, so she's home alone by herself. She really doesn't have anybody to talk to. And so she does kind of like wander around the house into Peter Parker's room. And when she gets into his room, she sees his Spider-Man outfit, the backup one. And she comes to find out that Peter Parker is also Spider-Man. Now guys, when it comes to the next chapter of Ultimate Spider-Man Hollywood, we do pick up with the plane landing at the airport. Now the thing is though, guys, you do have Doc Ock kind of look around the plane and try to figure out where in the world did Spider-Man go to. Because guys, you gotta realize something. The plane was in mid-air. Yes, Peter Parker was able to break out of his chair. He was able to open up the door. The thing is though, guys, Peter Parker would not jump off the plane. He would not, because the thing is though, guys, you're in mid-air. There's no way Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, would be able to survive jumping out of an airplane. And so you have Doc Ock kind of like, I have to find Peter Parker. There's no way he survived if he did jump out of the plane, or possibly he is hiding somewhere on the plane waiting to surprise me. And of course, it is the second option, because as soon as Doc Ock tries to go and look for Peter Parker, of course, Peter Parker does surprise attack him. Now, you do have Brian Michael Bendis kind of give us another fight between these two characters. And the thing is though, guys, this fight, it literally lasts for a good 5 to 10 pages. It takes up majority of the book when it comes to chapter 5 of Hollywood. Now, you do have Doc Ock kind of try to beat Peter Parker once again, but of course, guys, Peter Parker is able to bounce back this time, and he's able to defeat Doc Ock. Now, thing is though, guys, as soon as he does defeat Doc Ock, you do have Peter Parker kind of look around and realize that he is far from home. Like, he is not in New Jersey, he's not nowhere in America, because he starts seeing signs all around him. And the thing is though, these signs are not in English. And so out of nowhere, you do have like a group of policemen and women surround Peter Parker and Doc Ock. And you do have the chief of the police department in this area walk up to Peter Parker. Now, she does tell Peter Parker that he is in Brazil. This man has officially left New York and he is now in a whole different country. He is down in South America. And so Peter is kind of like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like so grounded if Aunt May figures out that I'm not even in America anymore. Like, bad enough I left New York, but the fact is now I'm out of the country, out of the continent. I'm in South America. I'm in so much trouble. And so you do have Peter Parker kind of jump on a plane that does lead back all the way to Atlanta, and then he does jump on a different plane and it does fly back to New York. Now, of course, the plane he does ride to get back to New York lands the same time as Aunt May's plane lands in the New York airport. And so now Peter Parker realized that he has been gone so long that Aunt May has returned back from Florida and she's now heading home. And so Peter's all like, I have to beat her home, because if she gets home before I do, I'm screwed. She'll realize a lot of things wrong. Now, Peter Parker, he does book it across New York to get all the way back home. The thing is though, as soon as he walks in the front door and he gets into his basement bedroom, Gwen Stacy is right there and she has a gun pointing right at him. And she is saying, you're the man who killed my father. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate Spider-Man Hollywood, the final chapter of the storyline, we do pick up with Gwen Stacy holding a gun right towards Peter Parker. Now guys, years ago when this book first came out, I literally thought that Gwen Stacy was going to shoot Peter Parker. Now luckily for Peter Parker, she does not do that. Now the problem is though guys, Aunt May is walking inside the house from the front door. And so while they're down the basement, Aunt May is walking in on the first floor. And so you do have Peter Parker kind of freaking out because now he has a gun pointed at him by a girl who believes that he was the one who killed her father, but also he's still in his Spider-Man outfit. And Aunt May is walking in the front door. Now, luckily for Peter Parker, he does have fast reflexes and he was able to grab the gun out of Gwen Stacy's hand, and he's kind of like, listen, I did not kill your father. You know that, I know that, the whole world knows that. We both know that I was not the one who killed your father. You're just mad at the fact that somebody out there wanted to basically make me, Spider-Man, look bad, and that man killed your father, that you think is all my fault because that man was trying to be me. Listen, I did not kill your father. That man did. Now the thing is though guys, Gwen Stacy does run out of the house and it's kind of like, okay, she's gone. Now Peter has to quickly change into his regular street clothes before Aunt May walks into the basement and sees him in his Spider-Man outfit. Now, of course, when she does see him, she does realize that he does look a little beat up and also he is missing a tooth thanks to Dr. Octopus. Now, you do have Aunt May saying, I am calling up the dentist right now and you are going to the office to get that tooth fixed. Now, we do jump forward in time and we do have Mary Jane visiting Peter Parker after his dentist appointment. Now, the thing is though guys, this is Brian Michael Bendis kind of showing us that these two are still the power couple in the Ultimate Universe, but also the fact that you do have Gwen Stacy walk into the room. Now, with Gwen Stacy walking inside the room, she's kind of like telling Peter Parker, listen, I know you're not the man who killed my father. I know the man who killed my father is locked away. I'm just so mad at the fact that my father died because a man wanted to be Spider-Man so bad that he had to go out there and he killed my father. And so you do have Gwen Stacy tell Peter Parker that she will keep his secret, which is basically him being Spider-Man. Now guys, this is Brian Michael Bendis once again having somebody else know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because now you have Mary Jane, you have almost every single bad guy, the Ultimates, the X-Men, and now Gwen Stacy knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Now, we do jump over to an unknown location, and we do pick up with Nick Fury. Now guys, this part right here is very, very crucial. Because guys, this part right here is going to come back and bite us in the butt like way down the road in our Ultimate Marvel reading order. I mean guys, we got months on months before this little reference right here basically helps out in a later storyline. Because guys, you do have Nick Fury tell Doc Ock that he can no longer be trusted. The thing is though guys, Nick Fury kept the arms that basically Doc Ock used as a way to study them, to figure out how in the world he was able to mind control these arms from being apart from them. But the thing is though, you have Nick Fury say, you broke out of here twice now. That's 2 times too many. I cannot have you out there once again basically killing people. And so you have not Doc Ock, you do have Nick Fury tell his men to just melt the arms. Just melt them away to make sure they never come back. And so Doc Ock has lost his arms. But anyways guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. Please leave me a like down below. Also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, let me know in the comments below. But anyways guys, I'm out of here, and I'll see you on the next comic book video. Later guys.